Selection Sunday is just a few hours away. Where will Texas Tech men's basketball be seated in the NCAA tournament? In today's video, we'll discuss that and look at the latest Texas Tech key metrics ahead of the 2024 NCAA tournament bracket finally being unveiled. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's RC Maxfield here for the Back to 12 podcast, and we are going to have a ton of content headed your way here over the next really 48 hours, headed into the greatest tournament in the world, at least my opinion, March Madness. So if you want to stay in the know on not only Texas Tech men's basketball, but everything happening in the tournament, be sure to like the video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. And hey, if you want to come hang out with me and a special guest during the first round of the NCAA tournament matchup for your Texas Tech Red Raiders, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. We'll have a live scoreboard. We'll have every score from around the NCAA tournament happening at that time. Live play-by-play commentary with hundreds of Red Raiders coming to hang out with us during that time. So if you want to join that, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. All right, predict it for me one last time. I've asked you guys a couple of times here on the channel already. Where will Texas Tech men's basketball be seated in the NCAA tournament? Better yet, let's phrase it like this. Texas Tech men's basketball will be a blank seed in the NCAA tournament. Let me know down on the pinned comment below. All right, let's look at the key metrics. These are updated as of Saturday, March 16th. Here we go. KenPom, Texas Tech comes in at 24th. Net rankings, 27th. Bart Torvik in his ranks, T-rank, you may know him as, 28th. BPI, Basketball Power Index, Texas Tech is 23rd. Now, let's look at the totality of the Texas Tech resume because this is what the committee is going to look at. And I'll explain it step by step so you guys can see it at the bottom of your screen right there as well. When it comes to the net, we just talked about it. Texas Tech is 27th. When it comes to quad one wins, Texas Tech has 6. They've had 15 opportunities. Not too bad when you think about it in terms of how many you have there when you look across the country. I mean, Wisconsin, for example, is being projected ahead of you, and they have 3. Auburn's being projected ahead of you, and they have 2. So think about that. Quad 2, 4-1. Quad 3 and 4 combined, 13-0. Strength of schedule, you have surpassed some teams there now after playing Houston and BYU in the Big 12 tournament. You now have the 26th hardest schedule according to SOS there. Now, the non-con strength of schedule, let's just admit it's putrid. I mean, there's really no other way to say it in that regard. Now, let's talk about this from a standpoint of what do these numbers actually signify, right? In the sense of, again, net ranking is something that the committee will look at. Strength of schedule is something the committee will look at, as well as non-con strength of schedule. Really, all of these quads the committee will look at in terms of what Texas Tech has done well. So you think about it from this perspective. They're 10-20 in quad 1 or quad 2 wins and opportunities, I should say. That's not too bad. You have 10 of those if you're Texas Tech. You haven't lost or had a bad loss all year in terms of the committee's eyes in the sense of quad 3 or quad 4. So you're 13-0 there. That's a really good start if you're Texas Tech and kind of lays a foundation for what we're about to see in terms of the latest bracketology outlook and the final bracketology outlook that we'll discuss here on the channel because, again, Selection Sunday is just mere hours away. I mean, I'm excited as hell for this NCAA tournament and this Texas Tech team getting to play in it in year number 1 of Grant McCasland. But before we do, one more reminder again, be sure to smash that subscribe button, smash that notification bell to stay in the know on Texas Tech men's basketball all year long. We've got you covered through the tournament, but we're also going to keep you up to date when it comes to the transfer portal. And hey, over on Scarlet and Black Insider, the link will be down in the comments below. You can get your first month free, or for $1, excuse me. There's no better site to get your basketball recruiting news for Texas Tech. Again, first month is $1. It's portal season, baby. We've got you covered. In fact, we're actually talking about it over there on the website right now, who was the first prospect that the Red Raiders reached out to in the transfer portal. So you're going to want to go and subscribe to that. Again, your first month is $1. You can't beat that. But if you want to stay in the know on Texas Tech men's basketball all year long for free right here on the most engaging community in Texas Tech, and then also the largest group of Texas Tech fans here on YouTube. Smash that subscribe button and be sure to like the video. All right, without further ado, Red Raiders Bracketology outlook as of March 16th. ESPN has the Red Raiders as a 6 seed in the East region, facing up against the 11 seed James Madison, the 3 seed, which Texas Tech would play if they won their first round matchup. In the second round is the Duke Blue Devils. CBS has the Red Raiders as a 5 seed in the South region, the 12 seed in that one, James Madison. The 4 seed, Duke. You're going to notice a pattern here in terms of who Texas Tech could potentially play in the second round in each of these brackets. Bracketville has the Red Raiders as a 5 seed in the East region. They would face off against South Florida, who would be the 12, and you guessed it, the 4 seed, the Duke Blue Devils. Now, Bracket Metrics has the Red Raiders as the final 5 seed when it's all said and done as it currently stands right now, about to be headed into Selection Sunday. So the question now for me, where should Texas Tech be seated? Not where will they be seated, but where should they be seated? According to the metrics, they are one of the 2 lowest 5 seeds or one of the 2 highest 6 seeds. Okay. Either way, remember, the ideal region, if you are inclined to this way of thinking, is the South region, for the sheer fact of if Texas Tech does make it to the Sweet 16, you'll be playing in Dallas. Now, I also understand the other argument is, hey, RC, I just want the easiest matchups possible, at least in theory, because as we know, there's no easy matchup in March Madness. I mean, we see it each and every year with the upsets. So if you ask me where I think Texas Tech will be seated, and I actually asked everyone over on Twitter, you can follow me at RCMB323. It's right there. I'm going to go see how many votes we have on this right now. As of right now, in terms of the votes, again, my question was this on Twitter. Texas Tech men's basketball will be a blank seed in the NCAA tournament, just like I asked you. And you know what? Let's pop it back on your screen real quick so you can predict it for me. Texas Tech men's basketball will be a blank seed in the NCAA tournament with 673 votes. Okay. I put a option for 4, 5, 6, and 7. Right now, it's pretty much deadlocked at 5 and 6. 45% for 5, 49% for 6. And I am actually going to agree with the majority there. I think when it's all said and done, Texas Tech gets the highest 6 seed and likely ends up in either the East region or the South region, whichever one that may be. That's where I think Texas Tech ends up. But I want to hear from you guys. You see it at the bottom of your screen right there. This is the most interactive Texas Tech community on YouTube. Be a part of it. Interact real quick with the pinned comment down below and predict it. Texas Tech men's basketball will be a blank seed in the NCAA tournament on Selection Sunday. And one more time, I'll put the metrics down there so you can see them too to have another informed decision. You got KenPom 24th, net rankings 27th, Bart Torvik 28th. You got BPI 23rd. You see it right there. Then the resume for the Red Raiders sweeping across the bottom of your screen right now. Net 27th, quad 1 wins, 6, quad 2 wins. You got 4. You don't have any quad 3 or 4 losses, and your strength of schedule is 26th in the country. Where do you think Texas Tech will be seated in the NCAA tournament in year number 1 of Grant McCasland? And one more reminder, a live stream for the first round matchup for your Texas Tech Red Raiders, whoever they play. We'll have a live scoreboard on the screen, keeping you up to date with what's going on. I'll be doing play-by-play. I will be joined by a special guest. We'll also have a scoreboard down at the bottom of your screen, keeping you up to date with your latest brackets in terms of, oh my goodness, is that upset actually going to happen? We've got you covered there. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and come hang out with us in the first round of the NCAA tournament. And listen, you're going to want to hit that subscribe button because I'm going to be putting out a ton of content. Right now, I'm looking at my schedule right here that I've written down right here on this little pad of paper. I know I probably should have had it on the computer. I have, let me count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 videos coming out before the NCAA tournament starts. This is the best place to stay in the know, not only on Texas Tech men's basketball, but everything happening in the NCAA tournament right here on the largest channel for Texas Tech fans on YouTube. Of course, I'm talking about the Back to 12 podcast channel.